streets, they never loved me since my brother died. My mother cried, tears in my eyes bleed red. Ain't no love inside. Streets left me dolly, my phone, they left it holy. Dawn was in that passenger side when they tried to phone me.
Yeah, you know the streets ain't never love us.
Yeah. I've been shot, I was left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
I've been stabbed, I've been left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved me.
I've been locked, I got charged for some shit I didn't do, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
Caught a case, went upstate, fuck the Jakes, nigga. Yeah, you know these streets ain't never loved me.
Laying up in the hospital bed in ICU. Hit that button like every 3 hours to get those blues, yeah. Laying in the test of pain, I know shit won't be the same. Sipping my stomach, shit don't stop a thing, I'm still a man, yeah. But who gon' be there when you doing time? Can't get no money, so they dropping down, these niggas bitter. And I hope they get the picture, I'm only getting bigger. The top cat out my litter, yeah. Tell you they love you, but they hate you on the low. They hold you back, how they expect for you to grow. I got locked up, ain't said me nothing, but I'm your nigga. My body numb, I got no feelings for you niggas. I'm from what niggas will shoot you right here in these hallways. If you got trust in that loyalty goes a long way. These size 11s, these pussies can't walk a mile in. They hit my cousin with life and he's still smiling. I've been shot, I was left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
I've been stabbed, I've been left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved me.
I've been locked, I got charged for some shit I didn't do, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
Caught a case, went upstate, fuck the Jakes, nigga. Yeah, you know these streets ain't never loved me. Streets ain't never loved me since my brother died. My mother cried, tears in my eyes bleed red. Ain't no love inside. Streets left me dolly, my foreign they left it holy. Dawn was in that passenger seat when they tried to fold me. Remind me of my gun, that was real shit, this real spit. Rocks I was selling was smacking them, call it Will Smith. I ain't never told and never folded under pressure. Get him Neek was in that ambulance with me, he was on that stretcher. Niggas tried to take my life, I couldn't tell you who. Many men might not make it, I'm here to tell the truth. Me and Job, that's my brother, you know we moving tight. Brown boys fuck with the family and I'ma get them that. This my testimony, solid, all the rest is phony. Merrick niggas come at the fam and send your best opponent. I was stabbed, I was left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. I know the streets ain't never loved me. He was shot, he was left with a zipper on his stomach, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved us. Gang, Merrick shit, it's how we music, nigga.
Shout it out to my guy Hard Luck. Let's go. Smash that like button, y'all.
Sit it down, Regal. Glizzy of the Eagle, Patterson, New Jersey, city full of evil. Certified hustlers getting rich off the diesel. Know a couple junkies that'll stick you with a needle. We was doing drive-bys, listening to Seagull. Chapters of the same book, I know how that came cooked. Shotty got me walking like a nigga with a sprained foot. Nigga, I done took chains, never got my chain took. Real dope boy, niggas fail to remember. I got rich off an oven and a scale in a blender. Crack fiends in my phone, asking new flavors. Glassine envelopes wrapped in newspapers. Them jail cells spent a couple years in them. A couple tough guys shed a couple tears in them. These chrome hearts got a couple bands in them. 12-12s look like I stuffed veneers in them. Niggas just talking, now I gotta finish. Running down shooting, now it's like a scrimmage. I don't give a fuck about no image. I just pray that LB could get some time back on that sentence. We was little niggas running around like a menace. Came from the mud, not a stain, not a blemish. And now I go through that pain again. If I could bring TV back and shit could be the same again. If Cook was still here with Britt, Tiff, and Lane. And if Die Hard could pop out with another new chain again. Yeah, I know y'all watching. Shout out to my plug, cause you know we rocking. Shout out to my bitch, cause she know she popping. Still hit the pussy when I know she spotting. Yeah, that's that savage shit in me. Like a badass report card, my fabric all Fendi. And I don't need no yes.
Another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me?
moon, and stars. Everything exists, has to coexist within. Like I said, another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? Everybody in the building. Shout out to everybody in the building. I don't know if y'all heard we got a war going on. Israeli versus the Palestinian war is finally unfolded. Does that affect us? Does that affect us? Yes, it does. That's a fact, Harley. That's a fact. If y'all can hear me crystal clear, anybody but a dead body, do me a favor. Let me see them dice cubes. We're going to get into this conversation. Harley said the United States minding more of their business. East New York said, Trump said to cease fire. Appreciate you, Harley. She said everything is crystal clear. Everything is crystal clear. Let me get to the top and shout everybody out. My guy GP says salute. Big Dice in the chat, checking in from work. We got my sis Harley in the building from Philly. She here. East New York, 318 Brooklyn is definitely in the building. Definitely in the building. But y'all better think about something. This affects us too. This affects us too. The sad part is Harley said something that's really, really accurate. Now, the United States are minding more of their business. Let me ask you something. Do anybody know what they're fighting over? Anybody in the chat? Matter of fact, let me ask you this question. Does anybody know how long that this war has been going on between Israel and Palestine? Do y'all know? The reason why the United States should mind their business when it comes to this one is because this has been a war that's been going on for damn near 50 years. Israel and Palestine is warring over land that belongs to neither one. Okay, let me tell you the scenario. Say, for instance, you got family in the South. You got family in New York. Say your great-great-grandfather never had a will. Never had a will. But he had 5 buildings on the block. Pay attention. He had 5 houses in a town. Whoever decides to take up the property tax on the homes, pay attention to this. Whoever decides to take up the property taxes on the home, whoever has documentation, meaning receipts, that they have paid the property tax on that particular property becomes theirs. Sky Swizzy in the building. See, when Sky Swizzy got his name as Sky Swizzy, I fuck with Sky Swizzy. Sky Swizzy be having a bunch of names. Shout out to Wax AP and the Nine. Sky Swizzy original shaka from Team Guardian. A lot of y'all don't know that. Y'all don't know that. But when it comes to the Nile, shout out to 050, we all off the same tree. So goddamn it if you're 050, goddamn it if you're Team Guardian, goddamn it if you Nile River, we all family. Facts. And free the top croc. You see what Harley said? If there is no paperwork, but let me tell you something about that paperwork now, y'all. I don't know about y'all, but it's some grimy family members. There's some grimy family members. Let me tell you something. The first one to a notary republic and has a signature of forged documentation usually obtains property. I'm going to say that to y'all one more time. Whoever gets to a notary of republic, someone that can stamp something saying that you presented documentation that was accurate. First of all, everybody in North Carolina damn near is a notary republic. All you got to do is go to a class, pay $85 a year, and then you can charge people to notarize paperwork. Pay attention to the responsibility they put into people's hands. So if Harley and Sky Swizzy are brother and sister, and they family, mother and father, is no longer here, this becomes heired property to the brother and the sister. Harley, Sky Swizzy. Now check this out. Sheep Stay Sweet, I see you in the building. My favorite YouTuber is here. He here. Shout out to DS1, man. The lovely visionaries over there. If Harley and Sky Swizzy are left property from their family, it's called heired property. You ready for this? But if Sky Swizzy is paying money to his sister Harley, this is what family do. Check this out. The property taxes for the state, $400 a year. For the Fed, it's $2,000. Sky Swizzy says, I have $1,000. Harley has $1,000. But let me explain something to you. If Sky Swizzy is not with Harley when she makes that payment, and Harley has the receipt with her name on it, check this out. She made that payment. I see you, Miss Pam. The godmother of the Nile is in here. You got to pay attention to something. You have to pay attention to something. The person who has documentation is the winner. Mr. Samuel Sneed says, they're already copping deuces. My man Trump ain't playing no games. He bombed with the enriched uranium, and now they're crickets. But pay attention to this, my man, Mr. Sam. Pay attention to this, Sam. Say, for instance, you and your brother are in court over your home, and I say, I want it. Because I'm just trying to tell y'all what's going on with Israel and Palestine. Palestinians and Israelis have been warring over property that is no one in the war's property. But since they have occupied the property for so long, they have deemed it theirs. So if they have grown trees, if they have grown wheat, if they have grown poppy seeds, pay attention. The money and everything they put into the agriculture that is produced out of that ground, they automatically, significantly take claim of. But let me explain something to you. I don't know if y'all been paying attention to how Israel and Palestine go down. See, if I'm not mistaken, Palestine blew up one of Israel's hospitals. Israel blew up every one of theirs. So this is a dangerous war right here. You mean to tell me we're going to blow up the hospitals? Neither one of them owned the land. But the government comes in. The government comes in. See, Donald Trump, don't get it twisted. He's not a politician. He's a businessman. Let's check this out.
We continue to follow developments out of the Middle East after President Trump addressed the nation saying the United States struck 3 nuclear sites in Iran. Now, U.S. officials confirming B-2 bombers dropped a number of bombs known as bunker busters during the mission. ABC's Marcus Moore is in Tel Aviv with the remarks from the president and how Iran is reacting.
This morning, Tehran responding after President Trump announced the U.S. successfully struck 3 nuclear facilities in Iran, Fordo, Natanz, and Isfahan.
The strikes were a spectacular military success. Iran, the bully of the Middle East, must now make peace. If they do not, future attacks will be far greater.
U.S. officials say B-2 bombers dropped a number of massive ordnance penetrator bombs known as bunker busters. Tomahawk cruise missiles were also fired from a submarine.
It was clear. We devastated the Iranian nuclear program.
The White House releasing these photos of the president in the Situation Room, along with Vice President Vance, Secretary of State Rubio, and other senior officials. The Pentagon calling the strikes Operation Midnight Hammer. Iran's foreign minister calling the attacks lawless and criminal.
The U.S. administration holds sole and full responsibility for the consequences of its actions. Iran reserves.
Now let's get this straight. You know why a lot of people don't like Donald Trump? Ask me if I like him. I'm a Donald Trump fan. I'm a Donald Trump fan. With this situation, let me tell you why this is a strategic measure for the United States of America. See, Donald Trump from the street. Donald Trump said, yo, if we pumping crack on Utica and Bergen, they can't pump crack on Utica and Dean unless they're getting it from us. TSTV, I see you, Blackout. See, a lot of y'all are upset with our president because you're looking for Jimmy Carter. Now, when it comes to Donald Trump, I think y'all need to think about our president by the name of Ronald Reagan. If y'all want some history about the president, Ronald Reagan, put some dice cubes in. I'm going to tell you how far you can become anything you want to in this country. Let me tell you how powerful this country is. Do anybody know how Ronald Reagan started off his career? Let me put up what Harley just said because I don't think y'all understand it. People better get ready and y'all better get all your money out the bank. Stuff about to get real. Peace to the God, OG Bobby. East New York said, no, I really don't. OG Bobby said he was an actor. Let me tell you something about this government we fuck with. First of all, they said if you are from foreign land, you cannot be in any type of United States legislation. Is that correct? You cannot be a senator, you cannot be a governor, and you cannot be a president, right? So how come Arnold Schwarzenegger was the governor? Nay. Hey, Nay. What you got on my 40, Nay? Now back to what my man OG said. OG Bobby Johnson said Ronald Reagan was an actor. Don't get me in here to blush. I say, don't you make me start blushing in here today. You know, check the good eye out. Here go my rock pose. That's the rock. Classic. Classic right there, Nene. I'm about to go lay down. I'm about to go lay down. That's a fact. He was a governor, y'all, if y'all don't remember. But let me tell y'all about Ronald Reagan. Y'all might want to roll up for this one. And the only reason why I'm telling you about this president named Ronald Reagan, because I want to give you a better understanding for those of y'all that are not really familiar and uncomfortable with our president. I want you to get the Jimmy Carter type of president out of your mind. I want you to get the Bill Clinton kind of president out your mind, because Trump ain't none of them. Ronald Reagan was an actor. OG Bobby, walk with me for a minute. I see you in the building, beloved. Ronald Reagan was an actor. He started out with a TV show by the name of Bingo and the Chimp. You can Google this. Everybody got a cell phone. Bingo and the Chimp. It was Ronald Reagan sitting in the kitchen talking to a chimpanzee. But do y'all know what Ronald Reagan was before he was a famous actor? He was a porn star. I said Ronald Reagan was in adult films. Now let's fast forward to our president, Donald Trump. Hey, Holly. Donald Trump is a gangster. He's not a politician. Donald Trump is a businessman. The only politics pertaining to a businessman when you a gangster is, yo, what's up with my money? Now, if you think about Donald Trump and you think about Puff Daddy and you think about Epstein and you think about the situation that's going on with Puff, Donald Trump was at them Puff parties. Do you know why Donald Trump said he's ready to go against Iran? Because he's overexerting his military power. Check this out. This ain't for Iran. This ain't for Israel. This is for Russia. See, that's what this whole war is about. Like y'all said, it's about to stop. It's going to be a ceasefire because this is for Russia. That nigga Donald said, y'all think I'm playing, right? Donald said, I got some cats that can sit across the world in front of a computer, just like I am right now, and putting in some damn, and then in about maybe a minute or two, everything in that designated target is destroyed. Donald Trump is that bully that likes to fight the bullies. Like back in the days when you had that friend that really didn't want to fight and it was always that dude that was picking on him and you would say things like, he don't want to fight you, but I do. She said, yep. And after his 4 years, he's going to jail or he's getting impeached. But do you understand what them cats in Iran said to Donald Trump? Did y'all see the video? Dude looking like a younger version of bin Laden. He said, yo, when we catch you, the man said it straight. He ain't even covering his face. He said, yo, when we catch you, we gonna finish you. But let me tell you why this bothers us. Let me tell you why this bothers us. Because if it goes into a war, they have the right to call a draft. So that means, ladies and gentlemen, if you have children, if you have boys, if you have more than one boy, which is supposed to be the lineage of your existence, if you have more than one, and one of those boys are over the age of 17, 18 and better, they can be drafted into this war. See, the reason why I feel as though the United States should mind their business, because pay attention to what they're doing. Pay attention to the intrusion and pay attention to how this man is feeling.
There's all options to defend its security.
The country then launching missiles towards Israel. Israel Fire and Rescue said it received several reports of direct damage to residential buildings in 3 districts. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu thanking President Trump, saying Iran's nuclear program threatened Israel's very existence and endangered world peace.
That President Trump acted to deny the world's most dangerous regime, the world's most dangerous weapons.
Last week, the president...
Eric, I see you in the building. Salute, beloved. You didn't hear what he just said? Okay, let me play it for y'all one more time.
The world's most dangerous regime, the world's most dangerous weapons.
Didn't I just say that to y'all? Trump not doing this to help nobody. He doing this because he's trying, in my opinion, to show Russia, to show China. Y'all got some shit, man. You ain't even know about that. First of all them nuclear bunkers, pay attention. These things are spread all over these southeastern countries. Check this out. Bunkers. Do you know what a bunker is? Everybody in here know what a bunker is, right? That means something way deep beneath the ground that's supposed to be what? What is a bunker supposed to be? Catastrophe free. If y'all agree, if y'all heard that's what bunkers is for, put the dice cubes up. It's people right now that are buying bunkers because they're thinking about nuclear weapons that are going to start nuclear wars, where people are supposedly going to have to go underground to get away from this type of stuff. But they're showing you right now they got some shit that'll go right straight through your bunker. You see what that man just said? He said, yo, this ain't about no war between Iran. This is about Trump showing you how dangerous he is and how wicked he is supposedly to these people. That this ain't about
President Trump saying Iran's nuclear program threatened Israel's very existence and endangered world peace.
That President Trump acted to deny the world's most dangerous regime, the world's most dangerous weapons.
Last week, the president set a 2-week deadline to decide whether the U.S. would join the Israelis and help strike Iran's nuclear facilities. But Trump and his national security team opting to carry out the military operation faster than expected. Satellite imagery could determine whether the strikes took out the facility, but experts add the only way to know is to get someone on the ground.
The U.S. State Department says it has been evacuating U.S. diplomats and their families who wish to leave the region as tensions rise. Marcus Moore, ABC News, Tel Aviv.
And back here at home, we're now hearing reaction about these strikes from our Texas leaders yesterday on social media.
Check what they said. I stand with Donald Trump and the United States of America. Greg Abbott.
Governor Abbott said, "I stand with Donald Trump and the United States of America." The governor would later release an official statement saying he supports the commander-in-chief, and out of abundance of caution, he says, quote, "Texas is elevating the readiness of our Texas Department of Public Safety, troopers, and the Texas National Guard, increasing patrols around high-risk locations and ensuring our state is fully prepared to address any threat."
You can't play both sides, you niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The streets said her son was catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, it was a nigga that was tougher, and he still told. Like, what I gotta do to make you niggas rhyme? Like, I'm ready to kill when it come to mine. I'm cautious, I'm dealing with more sticks than a porcupine. Quill spines, whatever you wanna call them. Yeah, plus my little mama, she a trap queen. Doggy, when she mixed with that Fetty, give him a wop lean. It was a whole lot of cars when there was stimmies round. We going over a year and half you niggas down. All these expensive clothes, like was that smart? Now they uploading they clothes on the Poshmark. Switch, baby, careful with this. I mean, this bitch sharp. One across, one down the middle, look like a chrome heart. Damn, I'm always outside. I'm like high from who? Bout to put your car on skates. You think you slide through? I help build my niggas. This ain't Legos. Protect the fan by any means. I be Diego. Yeah, tiger to you niggas. I'm an animal. It's a jungle where I'm from. What y'all wanna do? You can't play both sides. You niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The streets said her son was catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, it was a nigga that was tougher, and he still told.
Yeah, YouTube usage, y'all. Pop it off.
It's your boy. And I be yelling out gang gang. Do you gang bang? I be outside with my gang gang. Chunk your gang signs if you gang bang. I be outside with my gang. I'm from the deuce, the bow, the bigs, the 8 to 9. I'm from the deuce, the bow, the bigs, the 8 to 9. I'm from the deuce, the bow, the bigs, the 8 to 9. I'm from the deuce, the bow, the bigs, the 8 to 9. Slide down Rosecrans with my close friend. Bitch, I ain't no kid. I'm a grown man. And I don't need your cash, got my own bands. But they call me Mr. Break a Bitch in Japan, and I'm with gang gang. Yeah, gang gang, big dog shit, dog tag, let them chains hang. Yo, bitch, I hope this ain't your main thing. And I be sliding around with the bananas like a orangutan. And I be sliding around with that dick like a stud do. And if it's up, then it's stuck, nigga, fuck you. Bitch, I'm from the deuce, bitch, I'm from the foe. Enterprise Park somewhere you can't go. That's on Roy. That's on Roy. I'ma go nuts like I'm in Joy's. Bitch, I'm from the deuce, bitch, I'm from the foe. Enterprise Park somewhere you can't go. And I be yelling out gang gang. Do you gang bang? I be outside with my gang gang. Chunk your gang signs if you gang bang. I be outside with my gang. I'm from the deuce, the bow, the bigs, the 8 to 9. I'm from the deuce, the bow, the bigs, the 8 to 9. I'm from the deuce, the bow, the bigs, the 8 to 9. I'm from the deuce, the bow, the bigs, the 8 to 9.
Call me if you gang bang. Had that workout by daybreak. It better not be a day late. Prison yards and melees. We been going up and going nuts like paydays. Paydays, sending homies money on JPay. On the red homies grave. Look, I'm really from the gang gang. Westside royalty, respect and loyalty. Old school tech, I had the oiling and spoiling. Top out, hot dog, hot water boiling.
Hey, P Street, that's something like the Elite Street. We gon' get the drop and watch us spin, it's a repeat. Street sweep, drop the 100, we was 3 deep. I'ma dive in on Lil Baby more than knee deep. Westside royalty, got bands for the lawyer fees. Shut the party down up in the ops, we tryna spoil it. Deuce 4, big say 9 and put it on them. We gon' put the hoes on them and then we put a hole in them.
Out gang gang. Do you gang bang? I be outside with my.
East New York said it's kind of so scary. Preparation is now. Preparation is now. I tell people preparation is now. Shout out to Dog Soldier. If y'all not subscribed, get over to Dog Soldier at the Sentinel. Because he actually is real expert. He has a real expertise when it comes to certain survival situations pertaining to the food, certain things that have on, like a lot of people fail to realize one of the most powerful things in a blackout is what? Batteries, flashlights, fresh water, canned food that could exceed a year. Because it's coming. If people don't see what's going on, let me explain something to you. These wars are making it more easy and easier for them to make these new laws pertaining to your privacy and your security. Think about it. You can't even fly on a plane unless you have a certain driver's license or identification card. Everything is digital now. The president is so many people that voted for an aggressive president, but Donald Trump is not an aggressive president. He's an aggressive individual. Yo, guy, I see you in the building. He's an aggressive individual. Big difference. Always the queen, the godmother's here. I see you in the building. See what Harley said? Prepare now, because number one, they're not telling people about the food. They're not telling people about the problems that's going on with trucking. They're not telling people what's going on with transportation. They're not telling you about the problems that's going on at ports pertaining to the foods that we eat every day. Simple things like bananas, oranges, vegetables. Especially if you're not in one of them states where you can grow and prepare your own food. That's another thing I try to tell people about. Yo, rest in peace to my Uncle Bud D. Yo, he really was a master with this. You name it, he grew it. Mustard beans, lima beans, turnip greens, collard greens, sweet peas, watermelon. You name it, he grew it. Tobacco, corn. You name it, he grew it. I mean, hand by hand every day. Dedicated to growing something. Like he said, he ain't just gonna grow nothing. He said, if I can't eat it, why would I grow it? A lot of people got to think about preparing their own food. There ain't nothing wrong with, going to the store and get these little grow kit like cucumbers. These are things you can grow even if you in the city. Cucumbers, tomatoes, and things like that. But as far as the big stuff like the watermelon and stuff like that, yeah, that's best to be down here in the South. It's another thing, like she said, everybody got to think about that. They're not even telling people where to congregate if something was to go wrong. See, down here in the South, they do tell you that. That's one thing. Shout out to the South. They will tell you, yo, go to the National Armory. First thing they tell you, bullshit, something like that, because at the National Armory, see, a lot of people don't understand the National Armory. When you pass the National Armory, you see a tank, a war tank, and people think that's just some type of shit that just like it's just there. No, that shit really worked. When they start talking about the National Guard, the National Armory, yeah. See, where we at down here, we right near Fort Bragg. Airborne, they going up in the air, they ready to do something to you. If you pay attention, they just dropped a curfew in North Carolina for the kids. For the kids. If you're 18 years old, you can't be outside a certain time. They just dropped. So that means if your child is outside a certain time, unaccompanied by an adult, unless they're coming from work, they can be arrested. That's a fact. But you see what's going on. You see what's going on with the war. Donald Trump not playing. But like I said, pay attention to what's going on because it's something deeper than that. Make sure y'all stay hydrated, like the sister Harley said. Oh, that started down here. What's this right now? This is June. That started down here in April. Because down here in the South, whew, let me tell y'all something. Down here in the South, just like they said back in the days that the South was behind, no, the South done caught up, y'all. And I blame, tell you the truth, when I look at certain things before I get out of here, especially when it comes to the kids, I blame us. I really blame the dudes my age and a little younger and older that may have displayed certain characteristics that somebody's child may have grew up silently wanting to emulate. What I'm saying is, a lot of the gangsters that were around me, probably to this day, may they rest in peace, or the ones that's alive, probably don't even know the effect that they had on my life just by me interacting with them on a daily routine. And then I think about now that the children that came after us are more vicious and violent. When we was coming up, it was unheard of, unless you heard about wars like the Panamanians, the West Indians, when you heard about automatic weapons. All you hear now is our children running around with, what they call them things? The extendo. And what's that mechanism that turns it into an automatic weapon? Switches. Ain't nothing but switches down here in the South, y'all. And I'm not talking about the ones your grandparents used to use when you used to get in trouble. See, y'all got to fail to realize, down here in North Carolina, last summer, they passed a law before I get out of here. Y'all pay attention to this. Some people be saying they want to move to the South. If you are 18 years old in the state of North Carolina, you can go into a store and pawn shop, wherever they sell guns at, and fill out an application online for a handgun, and it'll be as quick as 15 minutes or as long as 4 hours. And if you have the amount of money, you can walk right out of the store with that firearm. You can load the firearm outside. The minute you can, it's legal for you to load your gun outside in visible plain view. So down here, I think they trying to line our kids up because they sell guns in Walmart down here. You dig? But parents, it's your job to be parents. Respectfully. Peace.
You's a bitch ass nigga. That's a fact, man. You's a bitch, nigga. You's a bitch ass nigga. On my soul, You a pussy, you ain't shit without that pole. You's an internet nigga, you's a troll. Let your day ones put their trust in you when you told. You's a bitch ass nigga. You niggas mutts. You be out here pillow talking to these sluts. You the type I fuck around and get you touched. You the type be selling mids and be telling them it's brunch. You's a bitch ass nigga. It never fails. On my block, you get shot for making sounds. We be focused on the plan to run the world. You be joking on your mans in front of girls. You's a bitch ass nigga. Just another sucker. You's a chain snatching money going motherfucker. You the nigga in the circle that I caught stealing. Man, I cried cause I couldn't kill him. You's a bitch ass nigga. Why you a hoe like that? Why you gon' snake your right hand for some dough like that? Why you gon' run up on a pack that he gon' throw right back? When you real shit don't go like that. You's a bitch ass nigga, bitch. You done ran over some bricks, you done copped a couple fits, now you frontin' like you rich. You's a bitch, You done hit a couple chicks, now you all up in a mix. You get caught up, you gon' snitch. You done got a nigga life big. And when you die, they gon' say you was a nice kid. Like he ain't never did nothing to nobody. And you would never be nothing to nobody. Just
another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? Thoughts, knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Man, woman, and children. Sun, moon, and stars. Everything exists, has to coexist within. Like I said, another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me?